Alright guys, this is just a replay. I did not realize this game was gonna go as well as it did. I've been playing a lot with the on-hit Teemo build. I really think it's back, and it's surprising damage. Let's see, I'll be running Press the Attack with Presence of Mind. This is more of a mana thing to help with shrooms once when you get in that area, and as long as you're CSing well, your Dorn's Ring will sustain you with this. And we'll look at it at the end of the match, but I'm pretty sure I got something like 2100 mana return on this over the game. Also running this extra attack speed here, coup de grace for 8 more damage when they're below 40%. Cheap Shot, Ravenous Hunter, and this is really important for the bounty stacks on the Ravenous Hunter here. Getting the extra healing from this really doesn't seem that serious, but you'll see later like how crazy it heals for. And that's pretty much it. So it's just a basic normal regular start. And you might not have seen it in chat, but I had just asked, like, please play your best. This is my promos. And this Ashe goes and does this with the Shen here. And then she continues, we'll just speed the game up a little bit. She continues to come up to my lane. And I'm just, like, trying to last hit here. I don't know what she's really doing. She's up here harassing, but I guess she was just trying to help me get the advantage here. That really worked out for me there. Our bot lane kind of did not have a good game. We're not going to focus on the bot lane here. We're just going to kind of speed up my gameplay a little bit. No need to make this a long video about everyone else. Shen doing his thing as usual, just coming in, especially against auto attack champions. He is rough, and I think maybe that's why the Ashe came here, to try to help me get ahead. It's a very weird way. I've never seen it before, and unnecessarily flashed here, but I had been given an advantage already in lane, and I did not want to hand that back over to the laner. So on our first back here, got a control, we got an amplifying tome. Just a little extra AP damage, and again, we're running that Press the Attack here, and see, this is a serious lane priority thing, right? So I have to stay here and soak every single one of these. I cannot match his roam. I did ping Mia's. Here's my Mia's coming in. I had pinged Mia's, and unfortunately, it didn't go the way I wanted it to in mid. We're not going to watch that. We're just going to focus on me trying to last hit, which my CS is never that great. I am just a silver player, a lonely silver. But I do get my ward out, trying to keep my wards up, trying to last hit. And since he's still in mid, I'm just trying to shove this in. That's all I'm going for. Miss the caddy, RIP the caddy. But I get this first plate, Shen goes missing, and I have to respect him going missing. If he taunts me under that tower, I could really be in trouble here. And again, I'm not too focused on how, it's 6-6 at 6:30. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a pretty hectic game for me. And I'm kind of stressing. Bot lane's not really doing too good. So we're going to go back. So we're finally in like a normal lane phase here. And at this point, leeching Leer. So, and that's the big thing on this build is we are not going the usual Leandries and Demonic Embrace. This is an on-hit Teemo I've been playing. I probably have about 25 games on it. I've taken it mid and I've taken it top, and I have not seen every matchup, but I have been doing very well with it, surprisingly. That Press the Attack, especially in this lower elo, it really seems to add a lot of extra damage that's unexpected, especially with the coup de grace. It's unexpected, I think, in this lower elo. So we're just going to speed this up a little bit. I kind of don't really... I take a few little trades here. he's kind of kicked my ass. And this was, you know, just a good trade for me. Nothing special, just, you know, threw a shroom down, landed some autos, that press the attack, and then that coup de grace damage. I mean, we've got extra damage on it, the press the attack damage over here. And then the Leeching Leer. This is what's very important on this build for me, at least, is this item, the 10% Omnivamp. And then we're also getting healed from Cheap Shot, right? So, hang on, no, we're not getting healed from the Cheap Shot. We're getting healed from the Ravenous Hunter. So we're getting extra heals off this, and I'll pull all this up at the end of the game for the stats. But it just seems to stack very nicely. And again, he shoves me in. He now has lane priority. I'm pinging him missing because I don't know where he went. So I'm kind of just chilling, maybe shoving because he's been going mid. But here he comes back. So I get on him again, shroom again. So he's got the dot, chasing him down. We both flash at the same exact time, and he lives. So that's an unfortunate aggressive flash there. I'm just trying to see what he's doing, and I do see that he TP's back instead of elsewhere. So I know I can stay here and hang out with him. And I also checked his items. That's an important thing. Every time a laner comes back, you need to look at their items. You know, whether it be, you know, if their frame is up in the top left or whatever. And we'll go back and watch that trade because I kind of talked right through it. So here he is. He's back in lane. He's under tower, and I'm kind of poking him a little bit. There's one press the attack is fully on him. So an auto, Q auto, and an ignite, and I just burned him all the way down. And that's press the attack. That's coup de grace, or coup de grace damage is higher. We've already got 10.5% attack speed off this. We're 5 out of 10. Look at all this extra press the attack damage, cheap shot damage. I mean, we've gotten 400 healing off this alone, not including the Leeching Leer, which is 10% more Omnivamp. So this is it's been a pretty good build I've seen so far. And again, we're going Rift Breaker. We're not going the usual Leandries. We're going on hit Teemo. And yeah, the Ashe really helped me out. All right, we're gonna slow this down here because this was a crazy part right here. So my jungle is kind of being aggressive here. I don't know why he's playing so aggressive. I'm back here just trying to farm. I actually want to watch what he does up here because I do come to help him. So I get my shroom down. He tosses him into a shroom. I think he's got the Shen beat, so I started working on the Warwick. And I realized he didn't have the Shen beat, so I'm like, oh shit. But I know I've got this guy beat. I have Q ready to go, but I don't use it because I think I got him. And he TP's in, I throw a shroom down, he taunts me away, and yeah, he counters me on that one. But I don't have my Rift Maker. I do believe this is where I buy it. So we'll speed this up. This Pyke's pretty nuts all game, to say the least. So, and our bot lane was not doing well, as usual, you know. They were, what's that, 2 and 9 on the bot lane? And then this is where I tried to, we have won the top lane. I try to roam and force something to happen. And unfortunately, I get caught out here. So I didn't see, obviously, I didn't know that was there. And I think they knew I was here the whole time. So I'm just chilling, I'm waiting. I figure they can hold off in the mid, and I break. Look at this positioning for this MF. I get totally destroyed. So, it is what it is. I'm dead. This Vayne is fucking huge at this point. So they're gonna go do the Draco. There it is. And I know I've got this in 2x speed. I personally don't like games that are like from recording or whatever, and people play at normal speed. I think they take way too long. But it's crazy going from two times speed to 1 time speed. How slow this game looks now. So MF comes in and does her ult, and she's running support Leandries with that ult. It's pretty nuts. So I flash to get out of position from this Warwick, and I come back, and I get the shutdown off the Warwick, all the while Vayne was pushing. So that's something we were dealing with the whole game. And then also our Pyke at this point was popping off. He had the Dustblade, he was 6-2 and 2. He was our mid laner versus the Zed, and he roamed quite a lot. So I was trying to ping this Ashe back, saying not yet, but she went in and she got dominated. Boom, right onto the Shroom. As soon as the wave clears, done. Auto Q, and at this point, we have completed our Rift Maker. We have an on-hit recurve, and we're almost done with our second item. It's escaping me right now. What up, Bill? But it's the AP on hit. Golly, I can't think of that. You'll see here in a minute. But this is kind of where we start hitting our stride right here. Once when we get a little bit more attack speed, this is where we kind of start hitting our stride. So I place a Shroom just for a defensive Shroom. And we take out the Zed. Sweep the pit. The MF is here. I don't like chasing kills. I'm not a big kill chaser. I prefer running back to the lane, throwing a push, and you see all this healing we're getting off of this Omnivamp here. And it's that Omnivamp just, oh, it's so good early for lane sustain. My laner didn't really try to lane me the whole game, so you didn't really get to see how much it actually benefited in the early. And I'm pinging this Ashe because I'm like, what the hell are you doing? It's those decisions that got her destroyed in bot lane, I'm sure. So I'm going up. I'm going to go try and pick on the Shin. He's a little out of position. I think he's recalling right here. So I'm trying to hide. And the thing is, he definitely saw me, but just kept walking through. So, you know. And he ticks and dies. Again, not even close to the damage that's in this kit. It's just more or less the sustain that you get out of this. And that sweeper really gets me caught out a lot. And his ult kills me. But that's fine. We are now going to buy, here it is, Nashor's Tooth. So now we do 66 additional magic damage on hit. And this Vayne is disgusting, but our Pyke is even more aggro. It's really nice. So we're 8-3 and 6 with only 91 CS at roughly 20 minutes. So that is the thing. Even though I had a relatively free lane, I make a bad habit of once like my tower's gone, of not CS, and I do think that's a low elo thing that I have an issue with. I am only silver 2, so you know, I just think that's a problem that comes with my elo. That's stuff I gotta work on myself, but I'm just pointing out how strong this on-hit Teemo is right now, and I just really think it's underrated. I have some friends that are, you know, high gold, and we went and played a couple games, and I played it in mid. I spammed it in mid against what did I play against? I think a Lucian. I did well, and I get shut down here trying to 1v1 him. Don't quite have the damage yet, but we did get some shutdown off of that. Boom. So he was, I think I got extra money off him for doing that. So we're 8-4 and 7, and it's like, okay, when's this on hit coming, brother? You'll see. So, and this right here is a big common mistake that happens all the time in this elo. Look at these death timers, right? You got 2 coming up soon, but you got 2 on long timers, and you see Shen's top. So I'm pinging them, push, right? I'm gonna go handle this Shen, don't worry about it. You know, we got our Nashor's Tooth, and see, this thing's the healing and damage done already. It's pretty nuts. So that's our press the attack, 1 more auto, and he was done. So look at my team here. They've got 2 towers. This is a common mistake. We killed them at Dragon, got the Dragon, got 2 towers, and they want to stay and fight. And you just killed someone else, but you traded 1 for 1. Look at this guy. It's time to leave. Take your base. Look at this Vayne. This Vayne just, the Vayne slaps. Yeah, cool, you got the shutdown, but yeah, he dies too and gives 900 gold back to the Warwick. So I'm just over here shrooming up, doing my thing. But yeah, I think that's a common mistake. When you have your win, don't just hand it right back over to him, right? So, and I'm in chat. I'm about to go off in chat, kind of explaining that to them. Like, we had just killed them in pit, got Draco, came up, got this tower, got that tower. We traded 1 for 1 on the Zeb, which, in my opinion, we had already stayed too long. And they should have just gotten out. You wound up giving, I mean, when the Urgot died, that was 900 gold back onto the Warwick. You know what I mean? And I was sitting over here in this bush typing all that out to him. Which is another big common mistake, is I normally play with chat off just because people could be really toxic. You know, somebody could say one little thing to you and tilt you for the rest of the game. And I personally just do not like that. So I don't play with ally or all chat on. But we're 9-4-7, a little high on the deaths. But now, Rageblade. So, yeah, okay, it takes boots, Rageblade, dashers. I mean, it takes a lot to get there. Don't get me wrong. But the sustain you get off the Omnivamp on this early, I mean, it's hard to deny. Watch how fast we're about to blow up this Warwick. Watch this. Hit a shroom, auto, Q, auto, ignite, dead. And our Pike's just mopping it up. And I get out of position here. I went to go blind one of them, but it just didn't work out. I blinded the Misfortune, and then boom, as always, Teemer Shroom. So, you know, now we get we're shut down off that. So we're 11-5-10 now. So I mean, that's a 3-0 KD, which I mean isn't, you know, monstrous. No, I can't math. It's 21 divided by 5. That's a 4-something KD, right? Like 4-0, whatever. That's not a monstrous KD, but we do damage, right? We're getting the double on hit. So the Nashor's has already dealt 600 damage. The Riftmaker has already dealt an extra 1,700 damage and has healed us for almost 2,000, which is kind of nuts. And then now we're going into Runan's Hurricane, which it's depending on what you want to do, right? You could go, you know, a different on hit. If you need a little AP defensive, go Wits In. At the end here, I start going a little bit more sustain, and I went for a Blade of the Rune King just to have the extra healing off the AD out of the item. But again, you know, we're looking at big numbers over here. I'll press the attack, coup de grace. Let's see what's happening over here. All these dudes are making money. So, did I ignite him there? No, I think he had him there. So just doing my usual. I'm trying to get my farm up because I realize it's low. I mean, and you see the healing. We're getting 45 off an auto, which is kind of nuts. So I'm slow playing it, hoping one's going to come up and hit the shroom, and maybe I can catch somebody out. Doing Teemo things. Of course, I don't see them doing that. I don't catch anyone out, so I decide to roll out. And I think I just pinged the dragon here. You can't walk past catting and not get it. That's 90 gold, baby. course, land a little blind. One or two little autos. They sidestep that. Shroom out, just in case they show up. And, I mean, we kind of destroy this thing. So once Shroom slows, we lose the Draco here. But look at that auto damage on that Warwick. I mean, absolutely melted. So we gain a few flashes here. We get that ult. I mean, we're now 12, 5, and 13. And we don't even have our Hurricane yet. I don't even know how to survive there, but that was pretty insane. Then watch this healing. Look how low we are. I start Baron. 78 and auto. Look at this healing. What is this healing? That's this Omni Vamp, brother. I mean, full HP. Fighting Baron. And then, of course, this is small stuff people don't ever pay attention to. When you got a wave pushing, even after you get a big objective like that, like, you need to go try and catch that wave. That little bit of extra gold could really make a difference of finishing an item, buying a control. It could really make a difference. That one extra wave, extra level of experience, maybe. And I got Baron for fast recall. So boom, finish the Runan's Hurricane. We're 13, 5, and 13. They're down here fighting. I'm trying to get back in the battle. I mean, we're big time poke damage, and that's the thing. Look at my CS. My CS is actually terrible. At 30 minutes, I've only got 140. So, yeah, it's because I've been team fighting a lot, but I think this build is very manageable if you can CS well. Unfortunately, I wasn't in lane a lot, so I didn't really CS that well. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm kind of just wrapping around. They wrapped around the other way. I'm trying to get a little bit of gold. They're over here fighting. When I roll up. Did you see that damage? She gets hit by a Shroom. I mean, I only autoed her like 3 times. I mean, let's go, let's speed this back up. So, I want to go back and look at this. I wanted to see this earlier for myself as well. Isn't there a way to go back? Like, there we go. So let's go on me. Play. And it probably would have been as good if I didn't take the red right here. Why is it not staying on me? I hate this. Alright, so we're going to slow this down. So I realize on the roll she's got me. Look at that damage. 1 auto. That's 2 autos. So that's an auto, Q, half HP. And look at that healing, that 102. That's the thing. That's the sustain that you get from this. I flash, and I'm still getting healed off the dot. Say at 59, 23, I'm getting healed off the dot. She blast heal. I hit her with the Shroom. Look at the healing. I turn back. Auto. Q. Boom. Like, I hit her with an auto Q twice. And she healed and also life stealed off of it. I mean, it's pretty nuts. And at this point, I don't know if what I changed in my build here, but we got Hurricane, Riftmaker, and it's Riftmaker first, and it's the Omni Vamp in there that gives the sustain. I mean, it's kind of nuts. And then we go into Nashor's Tooth, and I've been debating, and I've had some fair success going Rageblade first and doing the physical on hit. You could probably change either one of these out depending on who you're facing. But basically, when you get the Nashors, you need to immediately go Rageblade. And I'm still dead here. We're 4, 6, 13. So again, we didn't go God, carry the game. I don't have the best mechanics. I mean, I'm probably at my best I've ever been is promotions to gold. It's the best I've ever been. I'm not saying I'm some pro level player here, but I've ran about 30 games so far on this setup, and it's been pretty nuts. It's been fun. And you know, the highest I ever got in that promos to gold was back in the on hit Frozen Mallet days. I think on hit Teemo is very strong. You hit them with a shroom, you kite them, you get a few more autos in there. They jump on top of you. You hit them with a blind. You know. Let's see what I get done here. I don't even remember. Somebody gets hit with a shroom. And I realize, okay, they got 2 sweepers rolling through here. Time to get out. But somebody hit one. I got some healing out of it. I'm trying to play back here. Boom, boom. I mean, like, that's pretty much all my damage. Double kill. And I'm slowed, so I couldn't really get to her. And see, they're chasing this kill, and I'm just like, why? I am not a kill chaser. I think this game's plenty over. That Zed's not going to change a damn thing. I mean, destroyed. Let's run that one back since the game's almost over. So hop to me. Hop to me. Play it. See, 1 auto. Did you see all that heal? We're gonna slow this down. Boom. Q. Auto. I mean, what even was that damage? I mean, I know he autoed as well, but I mean, I also want to point out, like, the healing that comes out of this kit is insane. I mean, I'm missing a few hundred HP here. 1 auto. Boom. Another auto. Boom. Full HP. So, slow this down. He misses the Q. I throw a Q. Or maybe that's an auto. Someone ignites. I think it's me. I ignite. And my ignite gets last tick. Oh. Just dirty. Just dirty. Of course, we're going to hit him with a little bit of BM. Throw some shrooms onto the pad. And we hit him with the dance. And that is a victory. Then we'll go to this game. Graphs. Pretty heavy on the damage. Runes. So I don't like how they don't have this yet, where it shows all of the like damage on the item as it does in the game. But total damage, bonus damage, exposed damage, like look at all this damage. I'll press the attacks. Kind of nuts. We got 2,300 mana back off Presence of Mind. It's pretty great. We only finished this at 1610. I've seen it done much earlier. We got an extra 875 bonus damage off Coup de Grace. And you got to think, that might not sound like a lot of damage, but under 40% with how hard we're getting hit, or in team fights, your extra tick from a dot or an auto might not even go off before your teammate kills them or whatever. Like we had a Pike, right? Execute. But more or less in the lane phase, this extra 40% could really make a difference. And you could also, you know, maybe don't go Hurricane. Maybe go Namicon. Get the extra bleed and the 40% off Namicon extra damage that stacks with his Coup de Grace, and that could really change it, right? We got 1,462 total damage off Cheap Shot. This is the big thing here. Again, the amount of healing that comes out of this kit makes Teemo surprisingly tanky. Now, I know there's a lot of like Grievous Wounds and Heal Cut and Ignites and a lot of stuff that can cancel out some of that healing, but the amount you get, I mean, 4,000 off Ravenous Hunter. I mean, we had Vampiric Scepter. I mean, so I could go on. I do want to. We'll look at more games. What am I doing here? Match history. I mean, not every game's been a winner, right? So 5, 8, 7. 30 minutes. Again, CS low. I mean, for whatever reason, I'm not a good CS with her. But this was when we were playing against much higher elo players. Matter of fact, what was the one? It was kind of great. I laned against this Akali in mid. I played mid lane, and I shit on this Akali. This Akali was D3. D3 or D4 was this Akali, and I just got promoted to Silver 2 off that game, right? I'm a Silver player for life. And I destroyed her. It was pretty insane, and this is all I had. It's just, and that's what I mean. The early game, the Omni Vamp that you get is pretty insane. So with that, we'll just wrap it up. I appreciate it if you came and checked this out. We had some success with a loss in there, and then I don't know how far back we can go, but I've had a lot of defeats trying to iron this thing out. There's a lot of instances where I haven't been able to make it work yet. But I'm trying to see the matchups. I'm trying to see where the build is out there. I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. On hit Teemo is great. I need to see more top lane matchups with it. But let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know what you think. Is on hit Teemo back? You guys go try it. Let me know what you think. I really think it might be viable, maybe in lower elos with the press the attack and the ignite and all that stacking damage below 40%. Might just be enough to really change some lanes in lower elo where they don't expect that damage coming in. But with that, I'll sign it off because I'll talk for forever. You guys have a good night. We'll see you later.